All right, let's go. All right. Are we live? Are we live? Okay. Cool. All right. Let's get the chat popping in here. What's up, Match and Jim? How are you, dude? Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I literally I was telling everyone last night. I was like, I know something is gonna drop today. All right. Like I just had a feeling just because it's here. Like it's so cool. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. Let me tweet this out real quick, and then we'll break it down. I've already watched it. Yeah, it only is half the year, like Jim said. What's up, everyone? So it's a little, a little early. It's a little shorter. Like it's only 2 minutes long, but using the State of the Battle Realm map and using what they've been teasing. I love Max, by the way. Max is pretty awesome. I love that he always does these videos. It should be pretty easy to do. Now, I do have people coming on call to help me out. My good friends, Egatron, is going to come on call, so I'll have to plug in my headphones. But yeah, super exciting. What's up, Dawkins? All right, let me tweet this out. I could talk all day long, but let's get to watching it. I gotta be careful because I might need to do Windows or something. Let's see if I can. Let's say. Very exciting, Eggy. Yeah, Eggy is awesome, man. Mr. Eggatron himself. Let me at Marvel Contest Champions. I can tell you guys this year is going to be so amazing. I've already started to kind of plan content, and there's just so many cool stuff. And with this, I'm going to make how I kind of did my predictions for the year. I'm probably going to do half of the year now instead of the full year, but more on that. All right, let's tweet that out. Tag Egatron. Think my January prediction was right. Zorman and Baron Zemo. You mean my prediction was right? I'm kidding. Yeah, no, those exactly my predictions as well. Can't wait for your predictions for this year. Also, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I mean, it is a fantastic day, a fantastic start of the year. I mean, oh man, like I said, I was just waiting for this video to drop. What's up, everyone? Carry on, Joseph, Glennock. Gerardo. How do I say that name? Gerardo? That's a cool name. Miranda. Can't wait for your predictions. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait for Egatron. I don't know if he wants to get on call. But obviously we have Max, who is a senior quest designer. He also, I think, helps kind of the dialogue and story of the game. You've seen him in a lot of videos with Gabriel Fizera. They work on the story of the game for the past couple years. This art right here is actually by Gabriel Fizera. For the longest time, this art was missing. FYI. But yeah, Zorman. So we can kind of start off with January. I'm curious for April Tramps. Yeah, April Tramps will be pretty interesting. Yeah, let me ask Egg if he wants to get on call. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yeah, if they didn't this literally is confirmation. It's a Zorman and Zemo. Perfect to my predictions. I got to say. Literally perfect. I mean, why else? They tease Matches of Evil, right? Because Absorbing Man, obviously, he's going to fit Atuma synergy, Fear itself. And then Titania's master, like her evil boss synergy's got to be Zemo, and even Jessica Jones synergy punching purple people could also be Zemo. Like I was so positive it was them, and I 100% think this is confirmation that January's champions are in fact these two characters, which is really cool. All right. Oh man, it's so cool. Yeah, in Zemo, in Egatron, he'll probably come on call, but he's actually made fan kits for both Azorgman and Zemo, so he can really talk about kind of who characters can come. Now, February's champions is obviously, he says Quantum Mania here.
Back to the quantum realm in a story about family and heroic responsibility.
And responsibilities.
In March,
Yeah, so that's all we get for Quantum Mania, which a lot of people have asked me, like, hey, if we're going to have a Quantum Mania event, which I was like, for sure is going to happen, what two characters can come? And him saying it's about family only makes sense that it's going to be Cassie Lang, Stinger. So that's exactly who I think it's going to be. Now, to have two characters come to the game is going to be quite interesting. Hey, Super Production, happy. Hey, buddy, long time no see in MCOC. Yeah, man, what's up, dude? We were just breaking down the 6 months. 6 months from now, like every event that's gonna happen in the next 6 months. It's pretty exciting. And actually, I want to talk about January real quick. If you don't know, we're actually going to be interviewing one of the champion designers who worked on one of these two characters, like very soon. All right, so Egatron is going to come on call real quick, so let me get my headphones out so we can talk about it live. We'll be in my server if you're still in there. My bulky headphones. My Howard the Duck Funko Pop is getting stuck. Alright. Yeah, let's go to my Discord server. And let's go to live. Connect real quick. Perfect. Yeah, okay, perfect. I appreciate Jim sending it to the Alliance chat. Egg, do you need my Discord server? I don't know if you're actually in there anymore. Or in there. I can send you a Discord chat. Copy link. Send it to you privately. Or you can check the description of the video. Perfect. I'm in the podcast one. I think that's it. Oh yeah, I could go to the podcast one. Yeah, I could. I'll go to the podcast one. All right, smart. All right, perfect. I'm in the podcast one, so you can join there, and you do have the role to speak. So perfect. Happy New Year. What's up, Massacre? How you doing, man? Happy New Year, Jim Disease. Hello, hello. It's cool seeing the Alliance in here. I think that's so cool to be in an alliance and have people support you and support them. It's just so awesome.
I was muted. Didn't realize we're good.
All right, let me make sure I have my volume up. All right, speak again.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh my god, I'm so happy that we got new stuff.
Yeah. Your volume is kind of low. Is that something you can raise?
I might be able to. Let's see.
It might be my
user settings.
Okay, never mind. It's just me. My headphones.
Okay.
Yeah. My bad.
No, it's all good. All good. Oh my gosh, dude. January. I don't even know which one DLL worked on, but oh my god.
Yeah, I don't either. Just for transparency.
I need to grind units in Arena. I just spent so much time getting over the banquet event so I could get the generic Awakening gem. Now I gotta spend more time to get these champions. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be excited because you created fan kits for both of them. I mean, that it's so cool.
I think that's the first time that's ever happened that both champions I got fan kits. Or like, I think the only one aside from this was Juggernaut with his buff, and that one turned out to be relatively similar. So I trust DLL. I think, if I'm being honest, I think DLL got Zemo.
Ooh,
So
okay. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
yeah, I think he got Zemo because that seems more the style of character that I could see him creating. Just the type of intelligent, skill champion type of combatant,
Yeah,
whereas Absorbing Man's more just like a straight up brawler.
I'm really excited because skill class for sure for Zemo, but science class with I wonder if Absorbman will be a brawler type, or if he'll be, um, I don't know, like really using the materials of his opponents like in a super interesting way. I think would be.
See, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. My original kit says this as well, but I think he's gonna be Mystic.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be Mystic just because of the background with Loki, and I think that would probably be the most interesting way they could do him. Because if we really look back, Titania, Jessica Jones, we got two science type brawlers within the like last 6 months.
yeah, that's a
So
good point. I always say science because like even though someone's like Mystic origins, I always think of like they have to have like the same buffs, like they have to work as a Mystic, and I'm like, can I see that happening? Potentially, but yeah, for sure, it definitely could be Mystic as well.
yeah, well, we've seen already like Mystic buff stealer with Loki, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there is some stuff there, but yeah, exactly what Jim said, absorbing the buffs,
Yeah.
and then the Mystic properties of absorbing different like. If I'm not gonna reference my kit the entire time, but
I
I
have it
had
on
the
my
idea.
on my
Yeah,
computer.
I had the idea where he could kind of like absorb different traits and gain like extra abilities depending on what characters he fought. Like if he fought like Terrax Cord Thing, he got like certain. I think
Yeah.
it was like bleed. I think it was like bleed or shock immunity and some other stuff. If he fought like one of the Hulks, he would get some sort of gamma poison immunity, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Just there's a lot of ways that they can make this more than just a brawler, and I'm interested to see if they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, my brother's in the chat. He says we're still missing Mordo synergy. By the way, none of these seem to fill that spot. Yeah, and I think that's just probably due to Agatha. I think that synergy.
I think it's interesting we're getting Zemo before Agatha.
Yeah. You know why? I think the real thing is because her show comes out this December, like this holiday 2023. And I think just
Yeah,
because of the MCU is playing a part in that.
that
Uh,
could be. Yeah.
yeah. A lot of people are like, no, it's no way Zemo would become for Agatha. And I was like, I don't know, man. I mean, it seems they were doing it, and yeah, they are. So,
I wanted her to come. I wanted her to come after Zemo. I've been wanting. I think Zemo is like such a good fit for the skill class.
yeah, absolutely. My brother, on the other hand, he's like, no way. I'm like, nah, I think it could be pretty useful. He's pretty dope. Um, do you want to talk about February's champions, Quantum Mania?
Yeah. I'm thinking because of the fact that the month after is supposed to be like Young Avengers Champions type stuff. I
Yeah,
think we're gonna get Stature in February,
yeah,
and that
absolutely.
opens up March to be Kate Bishop, potentially someone else.
Viv, I think I
I think
absolutely
yeah.
100% think it's them too.
I think it's gonna be Viv and Kate Bishop. I think it's gonna be Viv and Kate Bishop, and then I mean, there's always the possibility we could get Patriot, but
Yeah,
I doubt it.
I think he's, Kabam have said they want to add every iconic Captain America shield to the game, and Patriot has that classic World War II shield. I think
Right.
it's just whenever they get time to, like, he might be in the back burner, I feel like.
Yeah. And just based on the images that they showed in the roadmap, Kate Bishop was front and center, and the only image of the champions they showed was a Nova variant and then other characters that we had in the game aside from the Amadeus Cho Hulk and then Viv Vision,
Yeah,
who has MCU or MCOC lore. So
yeah. Hemrock lore, really.
yeah, well, yeah, realm lore, but she is canonically involved in the game, and she would be technically the first Baron, I guess, depending on what version they would decide to release. Oh, I guess Shuri came actually.
Yeah, but it was a different Shuri.
Yeah, it was MCU Shuri instead of MRock Shuri.
Yeah, and instead of MCOC Shuri too, because she didn't remember being in the game.
Hmm.
So Quantumania, so we 100% think it's Stinger, which I 100% am on. But the second character confuses me because in my predictions before I said it'll probably be Stinger and the villain of Quantumania, but then that's Kang. So then I was like, okay, well then probably Viv Prime. That makes sense. But now she's the month after, so now it's really confusing on.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna go with Stinger or Stature
Yeah.
for
Well, so
Cassie
I went with Stinger because she's wearing the purple suit in the MCU, and that's her Stinger
Lang.
side. That's the only reason. Before I was saying Stature.
It could be.
But either way, I'm just the same person, Cassie Lang.
So I'm not super familiar with Stinger. Is that what the red character is that you've kind of been highlighting back and forth?
Um,
Or is that still a quantum suit that we're not familiar with?
I think that's Ant-Man's suit from like. It's definitely Ant-Man's suit. I feel like I remember this art. Because this is like his futuristic suit or something like that.
Oh, yeah, there we go. 60 years of Ant-Man, a whole new hero. Oh, there's a new person in the helmet, apparently.
Yeah.
But that's the suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not Eric and Gravy.
I can
More
show
yet
you.
unknown Ant-Man labeled the future.
Yeah, future Ant-Man. I knew it.
Ant-Man 2099.
So here's kind of what we're talking about, chat. Right here. Glennock, January Z-Man to Zorban. Yep, exactly, man. I've literally been saying that ever since Titania's Horrible Bosses Synergy came out.
I was so disheartened when they put Titanium Iron in Infamous Iron Man.
Dude.
I was so worried that they weren't going to do it, and then they're doing it now, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You didn't.
I literally I was like telling Gabay, I was like, oh my god, I'm gutted it's not a Zorban Man, because I was so confident that of course his married couple would come together, right? But no, I was like, but yeah, I'm so happy. Like my heart is back in graces.
So they only unveiled 6 months, right?
Yeah, so only 6 months. So we talked about all the way to March, and April's the Spider-Verse event, Guardians with May, which Guardians obviously Adam Warlock, High Evolutionary. And then an X-Men event to end that 6 month.
I was about to say, yeah. Otherwise, it would have been. Well, it will be over a full year since we got the last Mutant Champion by the time that the new one comes out.
Yeah, man, Mutant Class has been, which is funny because. What did they show? This is Chamber and Magic, and I gotta see what team that is. It's not, and Danny Moonstar. I'm trying to remember what team this is. Maybe for February to be Stinger and Anteater. Interesting. If it's another Ant-Man, like if it is that future Ant-Man, I will be so confused.
So will I, but maybe that's Marvel's way of kind of introducing or announcing who it is at the same time.
Yeah.
That's not New Mutants, is it?
I'm trying to here, I'll just Google it because I'm confusing. I'm still waking up. I only woke up like an hour ago.
Founding member and former leader of New Mutants, X-Men member formerly, Brat Pack, Phoenix 5, Hellions, student.
I always reverse Google image search.
Yeah. Anything?
Let's see here. Let's not expose myself.
Here, well, let's see what this says.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. It is New Mutants, the Krakoan Age.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also what is
New Mutants 2019 variant.
What about Dark Riders?
Alright, cool. What's up, Mr. King? How are you?
MK's in chat. Hey, MK.
How are you doing? How are the theories going along? We're pretty happy with January. I think we all kind of, or not all, but, us who's predicted it kind of thought it was them. Stinger for Quantumania or Stature. Same person.
So, who was the full team there?
It's Chamber, Cypher, Sunspot, Danny Moonstar, Wolfsbane. Oh my god, I forgot her name with the psychic abilities. And then I forgot his name too. It's
fine.
Mondo. That's what it was. Karma and Mondo and Mirage.
Okay, so I'm kind of thinking it could be any one of three between Cypher, Moonstar, and what was the first one? You said Chamber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or no, sorry. It would be yeah, I think it would be between Moonstar, Wolfsbane, and Cypher. I think.
yeah. Danny lost the vote, so she couldn't join this year. But technically, she can join. Or sorry, she couldn't join last year, but she technically joined this year. But it really shows Magic and Chamber really in the front running. And I still when I talked about mutants on the State of the Battle Round map, it seemed like the Mojo event would have a mutant and the X-Force event would have a mutant. And I'm trying to see if those two characters fit.
See, I'm not too familiar with Chamber, so I'm just kind of reading up on him at the moment.
Yeah. I do not trust the Spider-Verse images at all because we were so led astray last year with thinking it was Moreland. Like, seriously.
Affiliation identity, origin status members, current members expand. Chamber.
Yeah, here, let me...
Armor's listed as a current member as well, so that could be interesting.
Yeah, but she actually was in the underdog vote, so she definitely can't be it.
Of these exciting adventures in...
Alright, I'm gonna re-listen to the X-Men part.
Finally, in June, an iconic X-Men hero will arrive, and with them the only hope for ultimately stopping Galactus.
Yeah, it just says an iconic X-Men hero. I really don't think Chamber, any of the New Mutants are iconic X-Men heroes.
No, I agree with that, actually.
Do you think it could be Forge? Like, that was my guess originally for the X-Force spot. And
it could be. But if they're just focusing in on New Mutants, then...
I mean, let me see here. I know he's helped the New Mutants, but he's never been on the team.
Could be Warpath, maybe?
Warpath. He just did get resurrected. Let me see, because Forge, maybe the connection is because I think he just fought the New Mutants because he just went crazy recently. Like, he got infected with like an evil Cerebro and they had to fight him. So maybe that would be it, but beyond that, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like iconic. I don't think Chamber's that iconic. I'm sorry.
I don't think he is either. Like, I actually had to look him up. I knew about Cypher because of X of Swords, and then Moonstar.
Yeah.
And Wolfsbane because of previous stories, but...
Okay, what's up, Natalie? So yeah, some of the images are so vague. Jim Disease, I want Kabam to drop Man Spider and finally have Spider-Man in all 6 classes. Yeah, we've been teasing Kabam, but they did say no Man Spider until Spiral comes to the game. So we have to have Spiral come to the game first. Really hoping Sandman and Lizard for that Spider-Man event. You know, Sandman and Lizard were my guesses originally, so I'm gonna re-listen to it real quick.
In 2022, the Spider-Verse was thrown into chaos.
Yeah, so he says 2022, the Spider-Verse was thrown into chaos, which if you read the Spider Supreme event and Spot, they destroyed the Spider Totems.
When the Web of Fate and Destiny
the Web of Fate
was destroyed. This upcoming April, an
at the bottom there.
Hold on.
unlikely duo will seek to make sense of the growing civil war between Spider-Friend.
So a duo will make sense of the Civil War of the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Foe.
Okay, so I don't think we're gonna get Noir. We could get Punk.
While Galactus Friend, Spider-Foe.
Wait, what? What is this?
Growing civil war between Spider-Friend.
Okay, so he says the growing civil war between Spider-Foe and Spider, like...
Makes sense of the growing civil war between Spider-Friend.
Friend and foe. Okay. Yeah, I think Silk with the Illumini synergy with Jessica.
I think that might be Sandman.
And Sandman? Yeah.
I think it's going to be Sandman because this is a massive reach, but there was a stupid old game that came out called Spider-Man Friend or Foe.
Yeah, really? That would be so on the nose right now.
And I mean, they did have a lot of Marvel characters or Spider-Man foes, but for the most part, I think it was focused on Sandman, or at least Sandman was one that was like between more of the games.
Now a lot of this video, like what I'm like listening to, he's kind of like almost restating what he said last year, like because he said friend or foe, and then when he ends the video, it's like he said it last year as well. Because I remember before they talked about like an animatic hero and like that made sense, and like friend or foe, I definitely think it's Sandman. But also
Well, because Sandman's been both sides before.
Yeah. Right now, I think he's on the hero side as well.
Yeah, so that would be quite awesome to get.
Yeah. All right. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Let's see here. New magic. Why not? Definitely no. I might just be grafting straw here, but I want Kushala to be a character coming this May. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, me and Natalie were talking privately about stuff, and we were connected. We accidentally connected like Kushala to Adam Warlock, and it was quite interesting. But I definitely think it'll just be the two MCU characters. Could it be Karma? The mutant event is June, and Karma is lesbian and iconic. Yeah, you know what's funny? I've never, when I said Wickley and Hulking were coming to the game, I never realized it was Pride Month, that event, and I never tied that in. I was like, oh yeah, it is Pride Month. Like that. It's so interesting.
So what champions still have question mark synergies here? Is it really just Titania and Jessica Jones and Mordo at this point?
Yeah, Titania, Jessica Jones, Mordo. I can go to my YouTube channel. Cause what was the last one? Yeah, cause the Wiccan one was with Wong. So yeah, I think that is, unless someone got buffed, but I don't remember someone getting that.
No, there's been no buffs since Juggernaut.
Yeah,
and Juggernaut synergies didn't change. So
yeah. Could
or, like,
Crystal
no live buffs since Juggernaut, I should say.
Could Crystal be for the X-Men? I wouldn't say that, to be honest. Now, I think Kabam are going to look at Crystal because she was on the... She and Quicksilver have a child together, and she was on the family map, and obviously she wasn't in the underdog vote, so for sure I think eventually. It better be Forge. Forge with Onslaught since it's a Galactus. Yeah, that is a good point. To connect the X-Men event to being...
Onslaught is so huge.
Yeah. Dude, my brother and I have been like talking about like, man, we want Onslaught.
There's one with Mantis. Interesting. Chat's saying there's one with Mantis.
Sorry, Mantis with the put the guard in Guardians, but I think that's Adam Warlock. Mr. King says Superior Spider-Man. Yeah, so obviously I think Silk is the Illuminati synergy, but Mr. King actually thinks it's Superior Spider-Man.
It could be. I think it would be. I think it would be more interesting to get Silk or, well, we won't get Spider-Woman because she lost the underdog vote. But yeah. I think it would be more interesting to get Silk because right now we've only got one female Spider-Person in Spider-Gwen, right? And then as cool as it would be maybe to have Superior Spider-Man, we also have a ridiculous amount of
yeah. And they don't show Superior Spider-Man. I mean,
they do show Scarlet Spider, though,
yeah.
And I think that's actually really interesting.
Yeah, they show Spider-Punk, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Punk, the UK Spider.
Just because they did Stealth Suit Spidey, I don't think they're going to do Noir. Just because the costumes are too similar.
Yeah.
And we already have...
But he'll have guns.
Oh my god.
Okay, let me catch up. Someone said Mystique as a December champ. The reason Mystique can't come is literally just because the game cannot handle loading her changing and shapeshifting. That's the only reason. So I do not bet on her coming to the game. All the Spider-Verse characters against Miles Morales. Yeah, absolutely. Kid Omega maybe. Matthew Malloy is definitely... My brother loves Matthew Malloy. Sandman, Shocker, often rob banks. Makes sense. That's funny. You're hoping for Sandman? Hell yeah, me too, man. Superior Spider-Man? Heck yeah. Maybe I'll do...
Didn't they say at one point that Sandman was in development?
Yeah, so we interviewed Gabe, and we were talking to him about Sandman. He was like, it's already... Or he was kind of like saying... I was saying it's hard to do, and he was like, it can already be done. like kind of like saying it like that, like he's in the development, but
How long ago was that? That was what, 2019?
2020.
Late 2020. Okay.
Yeah, the middle is 2020 or
Right.
2021. Sorry, the middle of
and then we got
2021.
okay, and then we got Craven. No, was Craven in 2021?
Yeah, he was
wasn't
December.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, it's been 2 years. I could see it, or kind of.
Yeah, Galactus has been around for like the last 4 years until he's gotten to destroy the Battle Realm. Yeah, well, Galactus was summoned to. I feel like he was summoned to consume Battle World, which what he was. But then him and the Chrono Servant destroyed it. So now he just has an onslaught of multiversal like variants going through the Battle Realm. To be honest, I don't like that storytelling because we visually can't see it yet. That's my only complaint.
Mystique model was shown in the Fight the Multiverse video.
No, that was not. That was a fake thing by Super Duper Boo. That was not real.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I did my live breakdown when that came out, and he was like, "Hey, check DMs or check Twitter," and I checked it, and he shows it, and he photoshopped her in the video. I was like, "You little troll." I'm seeing Mystique and Snap. Maybe she'll get copy certain abilities. I mean, Mystique absolutely could work, but the way Kabam envisioned her to work is just that's the way. Like, to be honest, I think you can do it without the shapeshifting, but
Yeah, you could for sure. It's just the way that they want to do it. I don't think they want to do that. Like they did Hulkling without shapeshifting either. But they gave him like shapeshift charges, turned into buffs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, so my bad. Superior Spider-Man is on the screen. He's on the top right. You're right. You're right.
Oh yeah, it's covering it. Yeah.
He's so zoomed in, I didn't even realize it was him. Yeah, Super Duper Boo has some skills, and it's funny. I actually just talked to him. I'm gonna have him make models. Like he's already made Mystique, and I'm gonna add it to the MCOC wiki, so it'll be pretty cool. But still, also makes sense. Yeah, I always look for unique Spider-Man characters.
Yeah.
Like if you think we got Penny Parker, right, pretty unique character. Spider-Man 29, pretty unique character. Like compared to classic Spider-Man, which is getting a buff, which is awesome. But it's like
Xander's happy.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. He's literally talking about it right now. He cannot wait for it. Okay, Xander, who do you think it is? A friend and a foe. And we haven't talked about it, but Kabam gave on Twitter after he left. He said Lizard almost came to the game instead of Scorpion. So I feel like there's a good chance the foe is either Lizard or Scorpion.
Sandman, yeah.
Sorry, Lizard or Sandman. Too early in the morning.
That's fine.
Yeah. For sure, yeah. I think we're good. Like, I think January, Azorman Zemo. February, Stinger. And I still don't know, man. Like, that's such a weird... To show the future Ant-Man is strange. And then
MK said that Superior could use Root in his kit, and that would be kind of cool. Actually, you know what? I want to see them buff Classic Spidey and have the Root in his kit.
Yeah, dude. When Emrock got revealed, that's literally what I said. Is because remember the Spidey, he roots the opponent when he played him in Emrock. Salmon and Lizard are both fine with me, but now we gotta wait 4 months. Yeah, difference between Hulkling not shapeshifting and Mystique not shapeshifting. Otherwise, she's the worst domino. Yeah, my brother doesn't want her to come to the game either.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's funny that Spider Punk is on there twice, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, he is one of the more prominent figures in all the Spider-Verse stuff, right?
Yeah, it sucks because like I was doing research on him, and he doesn't have any abilities outside of Classic Spider. Unless Kabam really went into like the sonic ability of his guitar. But that is really up to Kabam.
Thought that Miles is up front. Attaboy Xander.
I mean, he really is the star of the Spider-Verse, let's be honest. The true Spider-Man.
There's a reason why they're making movies about it.
Yeah.
Who would be an actual pair to unite spider heroes and villains, though?
Yeah. To be honest, that does kind of like sound like Superior Spider-Man, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think that's probably the best bet because it's literally a combination.
So you think, and Slayer also said that Sandman does have the Illumini synergy with Jessica, because it's weird because like I couldn't find it at first that they were in the same class, but they actually were. But like an after the fact, like a flashback kind of thing.
What's up? Sorry.
Sandman was in that same class as Jessica and Peter.
You're losing me slightly.
So
In what?
Sandman, Midtown High alumni.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were saying friend or foe, and I was saying that Slayer. He was talking to me. He was like, I think it's Sandman because in one of his things, he was in the class. He didn't graduate with them, but he was in the same class as them.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Jessica Jones has a synergy called Alumni, and it has Peter Parker, Flash Thompson, and then a mystery character. So we were thinking of people who were in the same class as them, like Silk and now Sandman.
Right.
And then Mr. King was saying, oh, but that could be Peter's body counting as the Alumni synergy. So, like, as in Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, that could go either Silk or Sandman, probably.
Yeah. But
That'd be cool.
friend or foe? Civil war between friend or foe and to stop it.
Yeah, I feel like, see, the same argument could be made for Sandman, because he's been on both sides as well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And if I do my math, if you look at the State of the Battleground map, where is it? There was 2 mystery spots.
Which is... we haven't done one since April? Damn.
Yeah, right. That's why I thought one today was going to come out. I was like, today is either going to be the narrative roadmap or it's going to be the map. To be honest, the map could still come out like 8 p.m. because last time it came out at 8 p.m. So plenty of time.
So there's 3 spots in the Sinister Lands.
Yeah, but 1 spot.
But 1 is spot, yeah, because we knew.
Now, the weird thing is, if Spider Supreme goes in Spider-Verse, or does he go in the Temple of Vishanti, and then the new Spider Hero can go into Spider-Verse, and then, but also, like, it's weird to have 2 Spider villains in Sinister Lands. Still not come to the game yet.
Yeah.
Like, that's what really confuses me.
Unless we have 2 separate Spider events this year, which I don't think is the first time. I think they did that with Spider-Ham that one year.
Well, yes. Spider-Ham, and then they've also done the Homecoming was like 2 months.
Mm.
And then Far From Home, I think it was just 1 month.
Yeah. So I think Spidey Supreme is going to go to Vishanti just because of the fact that 99 is in 99. Like, it kind of, if they're clustering it like that, that makes sense. Like, interesting, though, that Kraven is in Spider-Verse and not Sinister Lands. I just realized that.
Yeah, he's a hero in the game, so I think that's just the story they were telling.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if that's going to be the same thing with Spider Supreme. Is he really just distanced himself in that month's quest?
For sure. And he even kind of seemed like the villain destroying the spider web. Like, the whole thing is because of him. He's the one who did it. Yeah, Zandy, I got you. My brother says Kid Omega would be really cool for June. I just don't know.
How could Sandman unite them all? He has been both a villain and a hero in comics.
Yeah.
So he has ties to both sides, and a lot of other Spider characters don't. It really would just depend on what type of story Kabam is trying to tell, but he's a possible option just based on his comic history.
Yeah, I do like that Superior Spider-Man sounds like the actual person who does, because he is someone who, like, yeah, he takes over Peter's body and tries to be Spider-Man, but then he realizes he's not doing a good job, like, and then he kind of slowly changes as his story progressed to be a hero. So I am leaning more towards that, to be honest. Silk, don't know. I feel like it is Sandman or Lizard, but the friend is like what's confusing me is like.
Yeah.
All right. And I will make a prediction sheet for the next 6 months, so I'll do that. It pretty much, most of these characters, like Silk, like the only person I don't have on here that we've talked about is Superior Spider-Man and the X-Men event. Those are the two that really confuse me, unless it is Forge. But it seems, yeah, like,
yeah. The rest of it seems pretty consistent. And
yeah.
I'm, you know what? I don't really care about the rest of the year. They could just give us Absorbing Man and Zemo, and I'd be happy.
Maybe it's the event where the description tricks us again. Yeah, true. I was telling him like December when they said December last year or the year before did not look like it did not feel the same to what the Mantis sabotage at the Mantis house. I was like, what the hell? This is not what was teased.
Old allegiances will be tested and new alliances made.
Yeah, he says old allegiances will be tested and new will be formed. Like that's exactly what he said for the Wakanda Forever event.
Mm.
So it's funny that he's kind of repeating himself.
I'm wondering if it's intentional, just because it's like applicable, but it's also very vague.
Mm-hmm.
Old allegiances.
Yeah, an iconic X-Men, but only showing the New Mutants. Like it's so interesting. Can I get a shout out to daughter Valley? I would blow her mind. Hell yeah! You have a daughter named Valley? That's so cool. Yeah, shout out to you. I appreciate you. I feel so like honored and blessed that you guys watch my channel and support me and you know and are here to like talk, and it's just so cool. Like this is such a passion of mine that I love to be able to share with you all. I like that name, Valley. It's a cool name. Man.
Spider foe. While Galactus continues to ravage the battle realm, the Guardians of the Galaxy are brought in to protect a sacred relic.
All right, it's just, I don't know. Like there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. The sacred relic. Do you think that for the Guardians event? Do you think that could be the World Heart that Gallon had with Quicksilver?
I think it would be kind of too repetitive almost. I don't know.
Well, he did say that was what it was for. It was to help feed the Galactuses so they wouldn't have to destroy the Battle Realm.
Right.
Maybe I'll wait to make my analysis until close to the possible hours for the map release. The mutant will be Mystic. What makes you say that? We already have a mutant Mystic in the game. Magic. I want to look at New Mutants. I feel like, to be honest, like the New Mutant team isn't an iconic team, to be honest. Like 100% it's not. And for coming from someone whose favorite character comes from New Mutants, Legion, I have to admit that's the truth.
I'm even looking at former members.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, Cannonball.
Cannibal. Yeah, he is. I would say, if you click New Mutants on the Marvel Wiki, literally the same image pops up that they're using.
Yeah.
So it might obviously not just be this team. Now, Karma is cool. I will say, is a cool character. Like I'm not gonna be upset if she comes. The team, yeah, I know Silver Samurai was a little villain against them, which is someone I think is coming for the Logan event. Like I think there's gonna be a Wolverine event, and I don't think this has to do with that event, to be honest. Now I'm curious on, you know, what's really curious actually. Hold on.
In June, an iconic X-Men hero will arrive, and with
Sorry, what's up?
June, they literally only say one character.
Well, they're also going to do the Summoner's Choice, right?
But they said that would be in fall.
Did they?
Yeah, I thought they said that would be in fall, on the forums.
I don't know if there's anything that said that would directly state that, but also just kind of given the fact that we haven't done the Summoner's Choice yet, that might seem more likely.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, if you think about it, the first year that we did it, we finished our vote in December. They gave us Herc in July. We finished our vote in January. They gave us Quicksilver in August. I don't see them doing the vote now and making a whole champion in 5 months.
That's insane. Especially because they take like 7 months to do a champion.
I mean, I kind of, depending on if it's like the sole focus of the designer, it's doable. Like, I don't know, like I've spoken on and off with DLL between like when he streamed and also Vegas chat. He's sometimes active, but based on what he's saying, his champion's been done for at least a month now, and he started back in late July, early August.
Yeah.
So it's doable, but like I don't really see it.
Yeah. Cannon, Call, Rusty Collins, Domino, Pharaoh, Prodigy, Richter, Shatterstar. Ooh, you know what? It might be Shatterstar because show the New Mutants. He's been in the New Mutants, and that also counts to the X-Force event. But then again, you have
the Battle Realm. It would fit that too. Yeah.
Yeah, but what's weird is you have the Mojo spot, the Mojo spot, but then you also have the X-Force spot.
Did they say there would be a Mojo event this year? Yeah.
I mean, it's just on the map, so
Okay.
I assume. J Money, I met Mystique. I can promise you that I mean, I don't know if I can promise you because obviously I can't, but I'm pretty sure Mystique is not coming to the game this year. Unless like Kabam have been just red herring saying that, talking about just like they've talked about it for years, and I mean 4 years. Like I can show articles of them saying we want to make Mystique but we can't is basically what they said.
I think it's interesting though because the Quantum Realm spot is closer to Yellow Jacket and like away from Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's yeah, I need to look at my Sailor Round map before on how I did things because like it's so interesting on like when I started like doing my predictions, like okay, these characters can go together, these characters can go together, but now like actually getting the roadmap, it's like now we know the order for at least the first 6 months. So
Sorry, Kat is being violent towards someone in Vegas chat because she doesn't want to do a Zemo mashup, and they're talking about her maybe doing one.
Also, which do you think DLL did? Well, Egg, he thinks Zemo. So
Yeah, MK, I think Zemo fits DLL's style. It's the type of like intricate champion where you might need like a more skillful play style in order to kind of fully master the character. That seems very up DLL's alley.
Someone asked, who do we have from the New Mutants? So we have Warlock, Sunspot, Magic, and
that's all we got.
I mean, technically, like, yeah, I mean, like, Professor X, Storm, and Magneto have like been leaders of the team, but that's about like all we got. Yeah, I think Shatterstar is really kind of a standout to me, to be honest. Is he iconic though? Like that's such a weird thing to me. Like I love X-Men, so I think they're all iconic, but
yeah,
it's hard to say. What's up, Hammy? The bugs which Kabam got lined up for 2023 gonna make a lot of suckers to the
yeah,
dude.
Didn't read that one on purpose.
Come on. But they did say an old classic. They didn't say an old. They just said iconic. And technically, Mystique isn't an X-Men, so if you really want to debate, Ant-Man is due for a redo.
See what we're missing here.
He just got a buff like last year.
Who's asking about that? Ant-Man?
Yeah. So Josh, he said Ant-Man is due for a redo. Yeah, I think Zemo. I agree with Egg that Zemo is probably what DLL worked on. We'll interview him and find out. Also, with the 6 months, can we have a new event with Spidey villains? Yeah, for sure. I think it would be interesting because now, which is cool about knowing the first 6 months, is that we can kind of like process the next 6 months on the state of the battle map. Like, okay, these characters go together. Like, for example, okay, well, that's the wrong image, but like Latveria and Guillotine, I think is coming to the game, and I think she'll probably come with the symbiote character. So I think that could be October. And interesting.
I'm surprised they only give us 6 months. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Yeah. Also interesting, they give us Yeah, okay. They give us June, right? That's where they stop. And July is the Marvels 2. So it's interesting that the Marvels 2 villain wasn't revealed yet, and I wonder if that played into it, or maybe not.
It could be Cannonball,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
The more I'm thinking about it, like he's the only one I could see that's like that's New Mutants that would kind of fill that iconic type of
Really?
mindset.
Don't.
It's not perfect, but he's been around for a
I know
long
he's really old. uh, he really is old. Uh, I still hope for Iron Lad. Iron Lad is definitely a possibility. They don't mention King. They just mention being about family.
time. Is there a spot in the Iron Legion?
No,
Iron
they're
Nation? Yes, there is actually.
well.
Wait,
Okay, I
there is.
think Infamous Iron Man goes there
You think he's gonna go there and not Latveria?
because that's where Titania goes.
Oh yeah, good point. But I'm trying to think if she's going there, then where would Absorbing Man go?
Department H.
But like they wouldn't be there together. Or I guess
Well,
was
because in Department H, there's only one Alpha Flight and then one away from Alpha Flight. So
right.
that's why I think here I'll show. Okay, if you guys have never seen my predictions, I'm gonna show it on screen. These are from April. I've pretty much kept the same, and to be honest, I think July's event is gonna be the Marvels. But I was talking to MK, and I think they'll combine the Shield carrier character, which I think is Abigail Brand, with Spectrum, Monica Rambeau for July's event.
Hmm.
But for X Force, yeah, I have Forge in the X Force event, and then I have Spiral in the Mojoverse event. But Shatterstar could be the iconic X Men. It just doesn't like none of the New Mutants really for me sound like iconic X Men. It's so strange. Kid Omega hasn't been on the Mutants, but he's been on X Force. It's true. That map was the last one to release. Yeah, the last one to release was April. Let me check real quick.
It was April 2022. That doesn't really matter.
Well, yeah, like at 8 p.m. though is like what I was trying to say.
Okay.
And it has enough mystery spots to fill more than the available characters this year, unless there's 2 trophy champs. Because, well, then again, if New Avengers, I both had Hulkling and Wiccan in New Avengers, and if Kate Bishop is 1, then like maybe Monica isn't coming and she goes next to Captain Marvel. I don't know. Maybe June is like one of the 2 versions of himself, like Boyd and Sentry is like one character with 2 versions of themselves. I don't know if anyone would have that ability. The only person I could think of is Adam Warlock with Magus, but I think they'll just combine Adam Warlock and Magus into one character. To be honest, probably like they should have done with Sentry and Void.
Yeah. I mean, Gabe recently put some stuff out on Twitter that they were discussing that in his design. So that was kind of what could have been.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm actually stoked for Kate Bishop if she drops this year. Oh, dude, I mean, absolutely, it seems that way with if you remember the 8-year video, it specifically had Kate Bishop's logo in the New Champions video. Kate Bishop is obviously they said New Avengers here. From the Young Avengers and the Champions, and they show Kate Bishop and they show Viv Vision. Like I 100% think it's them too.
Mm.
And then obviously Stinger or Stature is already in. They're already gonna make her. Which honestly, do you think? What if it's Quantumania, right? And it's Stature or Stinger with Patriot, because he can fit in the Captain America spot, the Patriot Garrison.
Yeah, but it wouldn't make sense for the event.
Yeah.
I don't think anyway. Like if we really think about the last year of champions, all of the champions like really tied into the event. The only one that was like maybe not was Spot, but that was because they adapted the
Yeah.
storyline there. but like they stuck to their roadmap for the most part in terms of like descriptions and stuff, and every character felt
I think except
in
for
place.
December.
Did it?
So like basically December's event last year or 2 years ago or now, they said it's about Rocket and Groot staying in the home for the holidays while interlopers, travelers, dimensional neighbors are like messing up their peace, and I feel like none of that happened in December's event. I still thought
Oh, it was.
Mantis, but
It's interesting because they didn't say the character's name, but the entire storyline this month, you could have put Mantis is staying at home and interlopers and all that are coming in and disrupting everything.
yeah, yeah, I think for sure.
Yeah, it's just interesting. But you're right, though. I think out of all of them, December was the one that was like the most off kilter, and I'm wondering if that's because they weren't sure if they wanted to do Jessica Jones or not.
Exactly, that's what I said. Yeah, I feel like they changed it just a bit to add Jessica, which really makes it interesting. Is Deadpool Supreme is on the State of the Battleground map, in my opinion, in the Deadpool spot, and I think he'll be a trophy champ. But Jessica being a trophy champ, like out of the blue, really, because they said Gabriel Fizer for years said no, she'll never become playable. She's too boring. Is interesting. Is like, could another trophy champ come into the game, like, as either a Deadpool Supreme being a new trophy champ and maybe them bringing back an older trophy champ. That
She's too boring of a champion. But what if she threw the kitchen sink?
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Through pizza. Aiden says DLL champ is Zemo. Thoughts? Yeah, no, I agree. Wait, which Aiden? Because
Me.
yeah. Let's get Kevin Bacon for December. No. Maybe.
How many different items did she throw? I think it's like 6.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember now because it's based on her like unique debuffs. It's possibly more than that, but I think 6 is about what it is.
I randomly had a
let's see.
dream last night where I was fighting her, I swear, and she throws one item after another, like.
Oh god, like a rapid fire. That's what
Yeah,
happens when you have power back boosts on.
I swear it was such a weird. Who's January's champs?
There are 8 items, gym disease. There's the box with the stun, garbage can, which is crushed. Also, crush debuff. That's coming. If he's science, if absorbing into science, he gets that. I'm going to call it right now
Yeah.
because that's. Well, I mean, it's a new debuff that came out with Jessica Jones.
Oh, I don't know if he disconnected or something. But yeah, Absorbman and Zemo are January's champions. Like literally confirmed, like right on screen. All right, let me check up on Discord. I got so many tags today. All right, let me ask.
There we go. I got reconnected, I guess.
Okay, there you go. You're good. So I want to see.
Did I cut off midway or?
Yeah, you definitely cut off.
Okay. I was just gonna say, so I don't know how much you played of the 8.2 beta, but we're seeing a lot more auto block come out. Like we know how there was like a wave of unblockable nodes and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden now that we're seeing like a wave of auto block, Sixth Sense, coming into feature content, and the crush debuff is a way for people to counter auto block other than the true abilities and other than buffs. It's basically like an unblockable debuff. So that's gonna be really interesting to see.
All right, I'll let Pastor Coco and Marcus know that we're live. I forgot to send it earlier.
It's all good. All good. I might have to dip shortly, actually.
Oh, it's okay. But do you guys know Karam never said it? Oh, like, I mean, it's process of elimination because, like I said, Titania Synergy is horrible bosses. Her horrible boss is Zemo. Atuma Synergy, Fear Itself. Absorbing Man wasn't Fear Itself. And they say it's a Masters of Evil event. All those characters are Masters of Evil events. And then they literally show Zemo in 3 pictures and Absorbing Man in 1. Like,
I swear to God, if they did that to me and then they give us Great Gargoyle, I'm gonna scream.
It's gonna be so funny.
I if they, it's not even red herring. If they just like straight up mislead us into making me think that we're getting Absorbing Man the second time that they've done this, and then they give us Grey Gargoyle instead for the fear itself, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah, that's pretty. I would for sure be pretty upset as well. You might be right. I will like if, I mean, I can legally bet, but if I legally could bet, I would bet on it. I'd laugh at your pain, dude. I was right with you, Egg. I was so upset when it was if it's Iron Man, because like in my video originally I said there's no way Caban would do another Doom. And yeah, words like moments after, like moments before a disaster of being wrong. But yeah, I think we're nailing January's champions and February's champions. January and one of February's, and then both of March's champions, which is my birthday month, so pretty excited. And then nice. April is just, it can go a few different ways. May's is, I think, set in stone, Adam Warlock, High Evolutionary. And then June being an iconic X-Men, but showing the New Mutants is such a red herring. By the way, New Mutants could be the second champ rather than the iconic X-Men they speak about. Yeah, that's a good point. Just because they show New Mutants doesn't necessarily mean that has to be the iconic X-Men. That is a good point. Would it be harder to troll than them banning Brian on live stream? That was funny. I gotta say, that happening and then Lefty getting Groot live on stream is like the two funniest things Kabam have ever done.
All right, I'm gonna have to dip.
All right, man.
This was sick,
dude. Yeah,
I'm glad we finally got something to look at. So that's good.
Fingers
crossed for roadmap 8 p.m.
Yes, I will tag you guys if the new map comes out. Whenever it comes out, I'll go right back to a live stream and tag you guys to come on.
Fair. I don't know if I'll be able to like talk and call, but I can probably hop in the chat for them. But
perfect, yeah. Dude.
Cheers, dude.
The pie. All right, cool. Yeah, I love that guy. He big friend of mine, and he obviously at the beginning, if you missed it, he actually made, like, straight up made these concepts for both Absorbing Man and Zemo, and it's so cool that like they both came to they're both coming to the game the same month. I think it's so cool. But yeah, I think my brother's onto something. Is just because the iconic X-Men is being talked about, not necessarily shown, is a good point. Yeah. Okay, so just looking at the state of the Battle Royale map, I want to see if we can kind of connect some things. So here's mine, and if an iconic X-Men comes to the game, a New Mutant, like X-Force, what do you guys think? An iconic X-Men, do you guys think this is Forge, and the New Mutants member is Shatterstar for the Mojoverse? Like, do you guys think that could be what they're talking about? And also, to have something connected to Galactus is really confusing. Oh yeah, my headphones are plugged in. Ultimately stopping Galactus. Like, it's so weird that June is the stopping Galactus month. But against Galactus seems weird, yeah. To be fair, though, like, stopping Galactus, like, Legion is, I don't know, he's not an iconic X-Men. I mean, I think he is, but he could stop Galactus, right? Like, someone like that, like, could stop Galactus. I know nothing about mutants. I know so much about mutants for sure, but like it's so interesting because I'm so developed in mutants. It's hard to like take a step back and say, okay, how does this play in the bigger picture? Only a certain amount of mutants, I could say, could defeat Galactus, and to have someone who's powerful enough to defeat Galactus and be in the game is like a feat that I'm curious on how that would work. Like, maybe realistically, Mr. Fantastic has defeated Galactus on a handful of occasions. That dude should not be able to defeat Galactus. And Forge, technology-wise, could easily make an ultimate nullifier. I don't believe the Ultimate Nullifier. The Ultimate Nullifier was showed in the Collector's Collection. If you go back to the Battlegrounds cutscene, so maybe Forge could like use the Ultimate Nullifier to stop all the Galactuses, but it's really interesting. Iconic X-Men is tricky. Yeah, what's up, MSD? Exactly, because they show the New Mutants, but then they say Iconic X-Men. The New Mutants, the New Mutant character could either be an X-Force member or a Mojoverse character. Only Shatterstar fits both of the all like those three descriptions: New Mutants, X-Force, and a Mojoverse character. But then he's not iconic, so it's Phoenix will. I promise you, there's no Wolverine coming. Like literally, the amount of Wolverines we have in the game, plus the MROC Wolverine that we're gonna get next year as a non-playable character this year is no way. I think iconic means that the general public can recognize a character on sight. Yeah, so right, but like, would someone look at Shatterstar and be like, "Oh yeah, I know that guy. He was in Deadpool 2." What about Franklin Richards? Specifically, there are characters that Kabam have said will not come to the game, and Franklin Richards is one of them. Gabriel Frazera said, first off, he's too young. Second off, he's too powerful. And right now in the comics, he actually has 0 abilities. He lost them. So just they would have to really change his character to fit the game. I think Shatterstar is an interesting one, but how many people know about him is the question. Yeah, exactly. So I think it's let me go to the state of the battle map again. Yeah, my only knowledge of Shatterstar is Deadpool 2. Yeah, exactly. So here's the state of battle map, right? And there's not many mutant spots, right? Like there's only 2 down here in Clan of Wolverine, which I don't even think are mutants. I think those are 2 characters that have to do with the MROC locations, which was like Tokyo and other stuff. Like I don't think it has to do with him. But there's this X-Force spot, and then there's this Mojoverse spot. And I think Shatterstar is the New Mutants member. Makes sense. But then this X-Force spot has to have an iconic person, and specifically Domino, Havoc, and Cable had to do with one X-Force story, which the only character we didn't have in the 2 characters we didn't have in the game was Dr. Nemesis and Forge. And that's why I thought Forge. But Forge is debatable iconic because he's been in like every single X-Men show ever. So that's pretty iconic to know him from there. And but yeah, it's fairly debatable, like for sure. Shatterstar was in Deadpool 2, went over my head. Yeah, I had the guy who's the main character of the Mortal Kombat movie. And apparently he's teasing his return for Deadpool 3, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Unless it's just Deadpool just playing fun with the multiverse and traveling to the MCU. Maybe Legion finally joins the game. I really do hope so, but I just don't think so. Maybe Gabriel Frazera he said, guys, I want you to do Legion for J-Ax. Like I have my 1-of-1 art right there. It's next to my Legion shirt back there. Wasn't Forge in Evolutions? Yeah, he was in Evolutions. Though that story was so cool. He was like stuck in the past, and like all X-Men Evolution had to go into the past because he was a young kid. Like he was a teenager back then, and he was stuck in a time loop, and it was so cool. I could see Forge at least, yeah. I'm convinced about Forge. I was just thinking about too similar to Rocket. Oh, dude, no. I think if they did Forge, they would totally go into like him visually building multiple different weapons, and that like. Yeah, building different weapons like a giant cannon or a giant plasma gun or dual pistols or taking away their tech. Like there's so many different ways that I think like Rocket's buff is really cool for what they did to update his 2015 kit. But no, I think Rocket when he came out wasn't even supposed to be tech originally. So like he was originally supposed to be science. So I for sure think that if they made Forge and he's in the tech class, not the mutant class, I could totally see him like fully being like one of the best techs ever. And tech class really needs it, I'll be honest. But yeah, do you guys want to like? I wanted to because like they only say 6 months, and they didn't talk about the MROC event with the Clan of Wolverine. So I feel like that's a full month. So that's now we have 5 months. Then we have like the Symbiote month, which I think is gonna tie to Ladverian Guillotine. So I think that's 2 months. Now we have 4 months, and they didn't talk about July's event, which I think is the Marvels 2 event, and then they can combine that with Abigail Brand's, and then that's 3 months. So it's really just like, who the hell goes in the 2099 event, and then who goes in the Patriot Garrison, and then Agatha probably goes Temple of Ashanti with Spider Supreme. This is Wong and Rincha right here. So like, does Agatha come with the Summoner's Choice winner? And then there's only 1 month left, and it's like, okay, well, Black Iso Mafia, who goes there? And then who goes in Los Mercs for Gold, which is probably Deadpool Supreme? And then who goes with the Mojoverse? Like, it's like Mojoverse and X-Force could be the same month, so it's so interesting the way that you can do this. JX, great channel, amazing info, man. Congrats, dude. I appreciate it, man. This has been so fun. So we don't know what August month is now. We don't know what July, August, September, October, November, and December is. But process of elimination, we can kind of Black Iso Mafia, Sandman. To be honest, the Black Iso Mafia, I don't think is Sandman. Egg was on stream, but he would have said Hammerhead. I've talked to him about it before. I don't think they could do Mystique right. Yeah, they literally can't unless like the game gets like a massive update for them to fix the loading issues with the game. You ever crash the game? That's a loading issue. So, you know, it'd probably be a while. Can we get a new class entirely at this point? I really doubt it. The game is kind of set up to have 7 classes, 7 playable with Summon Symbiote. But I don't think so. The only thing I could see is like, there could potentially be more classes, but with the way the game works right now, Masteries 2.0 being on delay, you know, I think there's not in the question at this point. Yeah, Tech class sucks. Not exciting. Yeah, I think the whole reason why Omega Sentinel got 2nd place in the first Summoner Choice is the same reasons. Like, people want Tech to be really good. They could go insane art-wise. Oh, for sure. I have a question. Do you think... Yeah, Mystique... Yeah, exactly. She's an iconic champion. She's not an X-Men. I don't know why people think that, but she's not an X-Men. So, you know, she's tied to the X-Men events, but also she doesn't fit the State of the Battle Round map, in my opinion. I look at the roadmap and imagine maybe Sinister War gives a clue on one of the champs. Oh, yeah, Sinister War is a comic event happening this year, which Lizard and Sandman are important characters in the storyline. Excuse me. Hammerhead, that's what hits nail on the head. Yeah. Maybe they bring another mixed class like Karnak was originally. Yeah, so they're really disappointed with that. Just so you know, like Gabriel Vizera literally said like he would remove Karnak from the game because he was disappointed on how they did that. And they kind of said Karnak was like a testing thing, and everyone hated it, so they're not gonna do it. So yeah, probably because of X-Men First Class. Yeah, okay, true. Which is not canon to the comics, just so you guys know. But as a combination class, Forged being Tech and Mutant would work. I wish they would do it and actually like. I want to make some videos on them, but there are certain characters like Magic could be Mystic and Mutant, but they only went Mystic, right? Like there are some characters who could be both. Why does Tech class suck? I think just because at the time when Omega Sentinel came out, so many Tech characters hadn't been buffed. And I think just because there are a few duds in the Tech class. I mean, same with Science. I mean, every class has their duds, but I think Tech just actually has the least amount of characters in the game. And you still have some duds that, I think that, well, I wouldn't say duds anymore just because the Tech class is a lot better. But, you know, Iron Man, Iron Patriot, King is still a trophy champ. Man, a lot of Tech has been buffed in the past 2 years, which has been amazing. Yeah. I mean, I just think it could definitely use some work. And I think just because it obviously still has the least amount of characters in the game on any class. Or there's actually... Yeah, no, it's tied with Mystic right now, but I think that'll change pretty soon. Oh right, today's Sunday. Pastor Hugo, of course, is at church. Oh, my bad. I got a tag on Discord. Well, I guess it's guessing time. Okay. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think about the Spider-Verse event too? What's your opinion on the best class in the game? I'll burn OG Iron Man if he is involved. I love to see combined classes. I mean, the actual Summon Symbiote, technically that is combined class if you don't know. Because it's the combined class of ISO, of different ISOs, like refined ISO, and that's what combined class is. So anyone whose combined class is infused with ISO that's combined with other, it's really interesting. But for sure, I would like to see like clash ups, like Jim. Imagine Jim has like some really cool like stuff that he worked on, like fan kits for half classes. But best class in the game, I personally, I don't know, to be honest. Don't you know? I can tell you, I think I might just like Cosmic, to be honest. I think I use Cosmic and Mystic probably the most. Outside of MCOC, I would say Mutant, but there's like my favorite mutants kind of aren't in the game, so it's I would want to say Mutant once they're in the game. Mutant or Science, my opinion. Yeah, there's a lot of Sciences I don't use though. That's the thing. I'm still on the Shocker bandwagon. Give me Shocker. I probably would have said Mutants until this year. Cosmic Champs, yeah. Mutant. I feel like Mutant right now is like, I think Kabam think they're too overpowered. So they're not buffing mutants, and they're not giving us a lot of mutants. The Spider-Verse, like before, you know what's crazy is like before.
We'll seek to make sense of the growing civil war between Spider-Friend and Spider-Foe. While
Yeah, if the Illuminati synergy is Sandman, I really think it could be just Lizard and Sandman. I think for sure it's Sandman. It's just whether or not the hero is either Silk, or if it's Superior Spider-Man, because both of those characters I think are like the top contenders for me personally. Because Superior Spider-Man is another one. It's like Doc Ock is already tech, and we don't have besides Sparky, hate that Starkey, is in the tech class, and Superior Spider-Man could be science, could be tech, but he also has those robotic things, and I don't know. And Silk has like those pheromones and has her like really strong webbing. I think she has like the best webbing out of all the Spider characters. I mean, she literally webbed up her entire outfit for one of her comics, looking like Melina from Mortal Kombat. I'd love to see Silk, Superior Spider-Man, or Silk. Yeah, like I think for sure it's Sandman. Like I think this kind of concretes it. I think what Egg was talking about, like him being a hero and a villain at times, possibly being Jessica Jones's Illuminati synergy. But Silk also could fit that synergy, so it's like a toss-up personally. Silk would also be representation. Like we only have one female Spider-Man, or two female Spider-Man, Spider-Verse characters, which is like so interesting. I don't know. Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man is Miles Morales. Or are you talking about the one who died? Or are you talking about from the show? I'd like to see legs from Superior Spider-Man in basic attacks. Yeah, like see, I think he would kind of like, yeah, how Citalis works, how she has those metallic legs working. I don't know what they're called. Like they have a name, but I always forget them from the show. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not too sure. The show, that was weird because they had, I've been watching that. I haven't rewatched it since it originally aired, but that show is so. I have something coming up for that show actually pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. It's pretty interesting. All right. Goodness, look how weird Yondu looks in the bottom left. Beat Ray Bill in the top right.
continues to ravage the battle realm. The Guardian
Man, could you imagine if it's actually Adam Warlock and Beta Ray Bill? Like, man. That'd be so cool. Yeah, it's interesting to tie in, like, how does the High Evolutionary tie into that event? I doubt we're ever gonna mutant Spider-Man. Xander, don't say that, because I for sure think if Man Spider came to the game, he 100% would be mutant. Like, just the way that Sauron is a mutant in the game, Deadpool is a mutant in the game, and they're both not mutants in the comics, 100% I think he would be. No way it'd be both. Man, Penny and Gwen, I'd love to see more. Man, a mutant Spidey would be way better. I mean, for Spider-Man between last time. Me too. I literally, well, I don't know. I was split because, like, at first I was like, oh, it's totally Spider-Man Noir, but then I changed it to Spider-Man 2099. So I was half and half manifesting him or Noir. I told you he would be, but you told me no. I know. That was like a year ago. You know what I mean? And that was before Sauron came into the game. That's the only reason I changed my mind. But yeah, okay, so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna work on my predictions. Don't know if I'm gonna do that live here on Photoshop. But for sure I'm gonna update my predictions. Basically, my predictions are going to work like this, where it's going to be champion source material. They have Spider-Man in each class but mutant. Yeah, exactly. And I think Man Spider would be the final. That's funny because the whole reason I was like, one of the main reasons I was like, Spider Supreme is coming to the game is literally because I was like, Kabam are going to do a Mystic Spider-Man. And I got hundreds of messages saying, no, you're wrong. And as soon as that month came out, so many people congratulated me. I was like, that's so funny because, like, almost no one believed me. And yeah, ya boy got it right. But yeah, this graphic, I made this because I wanted to show where each design came from the comics and movies and TV shows. And I'm basically going to use the same design to show it. The thing about it is, if they only show 6 months, should I only show 6 for me? Yeah, and Mr. King, I did not believe Mr. King when he said Gallon was coming to the game, and the dude nailed it perfectly. Like, I've said it a lot in my videos, but like, I cannot take credit for Gallon because that was Mr. King's idea. Like, just so insane that he got that perfectly. They're gonna do a Spidey in each class eventually. Yes, if the game lasts long and Spiral comes to the game, but if Shatterstar comes this year and Spiral doesn't, then Man Spider isn't coming anytime soon. Okay, what do you guys think? If I do my prediction sheet and I go, should I only do the 6 months, or should I pull my brain together and try to guess the placement of the last 6 months of the year? Because like October makes sense, July makes sense, but August, you know, and Agatha as well is like could be December champ because her show comes out, but like it's so hard to like fit characters because especially 2 characters I'm not sure on. Like with this video, the only 2 characters I'm not sure on is the ISO Mafia member and the Spider-Man and the 2099 character. Like those 2 characters I'm just not sure on. It's so weird. I'll do the 6 months first, to be honest. Yeah, okay. So I think I'll edit this image to only show the first 6 months because yeah. And I think for January, I don't know why I'm showing this image, but for January, it's going to be, obviously, it's just confirmed right here, right? It's Absorbing Zemo. Quantumania, we didn't really talk about it, but my idea for the second character to come to Quantumania was going to be Vision Prime. But I can't say Vision Prime, Viv Prime, but Viv is right here. So that changes my plans on who I think is coming because for the Quantumania event,
back to the Quantum Realm.
Back to the Quantum Realm.
Family and heroic responsibility.
Family and responsibilities. Like, it's so weird to like show the future 60, like the future Ant-Man thing. Like, it's so strange. New Kang. Xander, we just got a new Kang. I know. Whether he become playable or not, like imagine if he became playable, like that would pique everyone's interest. Is if he became playable, because that could make sense actually if he became playable. But it's just like they would have to change his kit entirely, like Weapon X. Like they changed Weapon X's kit originally. You fought him in the X Force event, 2017, and then became playable in 2020. So for me, it's Iron Lad. Yeah, I'm not. The only reason I'm not an Iron Lad, and the only reason is literally just because, and nothing again, like, is Quantum Realm has one spot, and Time Stream where the Kangs are has nothing. There's no mystery spot, and yeah, they can update the map to show something there, and that's what I'll wait on tonight. But I just think that, yeah, it's so strange. So strange, man. Exactly. That's why hope is a bit down. Yeah. Yeah. Like, and it's still weird too, is like, like that new Ant-Man was revealed when this map came out. I mean, not like his identity or anything like that. Maybe. But yeah, I feel weird because Cassie technically should be over here, but it's by Yellow Jacket. Like, it's weird. Superior, I have a bit more hope. Yeah. Like, I could definitely see Superior coming to the game, just changing his kit. Like, I mean, it's not like they haven't done that before. Same with Jessica Jones. Well, Jessica Jones didn't technically have a kit before, but Dark Phoenix is like another character. I want to do a video on NPCs if they'll become playable characters, because Jessica Jones gives a lot of hope for non-playable characters becoming playable. Like, seriously. Yeah, I'm not too sure on Superior King either. It's weird because, like, we have MODOK, who's going to be in Quantumania. We have Kang, one Kang out of the three Kings, regular Kang, upgraded Kang, and Superior Kang, and we only have one of them. And upgraded Kang looks the exact same as regular Kang, so Superior being playable kind of makes sense. Yo, Jay, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. What is up? Jason Jabari. Kang the GOAT. Yeah, man, we were literally just discussing if Superior Kang would be playable character with the Quantumania event, because if Stinger is coming to the game, which I need to find my photo of her. I usually had it in my downloads, but for my last video on the lore, but I think I deleted it. Oh, no, it was in predictions. Okay, I forgot I moved it. My predictions. Yeah, so if you don't know what Stinger looks like, that's what she looks like. Yeah. I had a different photo, but I think I got rid of it. OMG, sign me up. I know you love Kang. Yeah, that's so funny. Nice. Kabab finally tweeted it on Twitter. Yeah, Superior Kang being playable, I might just have to put on my prediction sheet. It's not like last year, like last Lorson. Happy New Year's, man. It's been a great first day of the year, to be honest, to get to do it. So for people new here, I'm going to say Absorbed Man Zemo, Stinger, Superior Kang, K Bishop, Viv Prime, Spider-Verse, either Silk and Sandman, or maybe Superior Spider-Man and Sandman, Guardians of the Galaxy, Adam Warlock High Evolutionary, and then June's event, an iconic X-Men. I'm gonna go with Forge, and then X-Force, or a Mojoverse character that's been in the Mutants and the X-Force, Shatterstar. And those are my 6 month predictions. So yeah, that's what we got going. I really want Sandman. Me too. We've been manifesting it for a couple years now. For sure. I would love to see X-Men. Yeah, Nate Gray would be pretty cool, but I wonder if he'd be too powerful. He's kind of in the same boat as Legion, where they're incredibly powerful. Like, sure, Scarlet Witch is incredibly powerful too, but at the time when she came to the game and Sigil Witch came to the game, they toned her down. So for sure, I think it could happen to Nate Gray and Legion, but they're both really cool. No, now hoping for the map. Yeah, me too. 2021, the map came out on January 1st. 2022, map came out on January 1st. 2023, it's January 1st, and it hasn't came out yet. And the only reason I'm still live is I'm waiting until it's noon, which is 20 minutes from now. If the map doesn't drop, I think it could drop tonight. But that's kind of what I'm at right now. Zenda, Happy New Year, keep it up. Love your videos, thank you. I have planned some really cool videos that I'm really excited to share with you guys. And you guys are going to love it. It's so exciting. I'll analyze now the video waiting for the map, yeah. And I need to do a video breakdown as well. I'm just going to wait till noon. Because, like, the maps drop at either 10 a.m., 11:50, or sorry, my time at least, Central Time, 10 a.m., 11:50 a.m. or 8 p.m. So I'm gonna wait until 11:50, and if it's not out yet, I'm gonna guess it'll drop sometime later today, which I'll stream again if it does. And then have tomorrow. Today I'm gonna have this video breakdown, and I'll make my graphic right after I end the stream. I mean, I could make it now, but I have to do a lot of Photoshop to find like the exact images, which is weird because the only ones I need to find exact images, I'm gonna commit to Silk and Sandman for this event. It could be Sandman and Lizard for sure, but Shatterstar, I need to find an image because I thought it was Spiral before, but showing the New Mutants, Shatterstar being part of the New Mutants, I think is a good call. And then everyone else I've predicted. I mean, besides Superior Gang. But I just need to update my prediction sheet. Plot twist, there is no map. I highly doubt that. Because what they do is they always update the map. Like, for example, Wong and Rentron aren't actually here on the map. I've put them there. So the map is from April of last year, and it's January of this year. So they actually have to update it to show what the characters came out this year. So for sure, if it's weird, it would be weird if it's not today, though. That's what I gotta say. For sure. And there are definitely characters that I'm a little confused on still. Like Patriot, like I'll make my video, but I think it'll be Stinger, Superior King, or I had US Agent here now, but I had Patriot here before, and Patriot, they showed Patriot in the video for March's event. Yeah, here he is right here, part of the new Avengers, or Young Avengers. So, I don't know. Don't know. Because it doesn't mention the Young Avengers or Stinger having a partner. All it says is February's event is about family and what does it say? And responsibilities. And Quantumania is about, I don't know. Like, to me, it seems like Ant-Man teaching Stinger the responsibilities of being a hero because she's so young. She needs to learn the responsibility of being a hero and what it takes. They could just throw a random villain at that. Like, I don't know. Don't know. This year is the 60th anniversary of X-Men. Hope that plays a part. Sorry, my keyboard is so loud. Okay. I wonder if Lizard will ever come to the game. So, Gabriel Frazero, the former creative director at Kabam, said Lizard almost came to the game last April instead of Scorpion. So, yeah, like, and another thing is, man, it really makes me interesting is the state of the Battle Realm map. Here, let me show you guys. State of the Battle Realm map. I don't know. I have it pulled right here. Has 3 Sinister Lands villains. One of them a spot. If this Spider-Verse event in April is a hero and a villain, that means one of the villain is going to be out of place. So I think it might just be Sandman and Lizard. Like Silk, I don't know, maybe it's so strange. Like for sure, I think it's a toss-up. This has been a blast. I've got to head out. I'll catch you in AQ and AW. Thank you. Jim is in my alliance, the Must Be Alliance. We had Imagine Jim, the leader of the alliance, in here earlier. It's pretty awesome. So I appreciate you, Jim, for coming by. I literally do. It's so cool to have you in here. I've always wanted Blob, Martin. Really. Blob is such a funny character. I could see him. I don't know. I don't know if I could see him play a ball, to be honest. He'd just be punching his stomach and then it being absorbed into his stomach or bounce off it. But it would be a pretty funny character. Wonder when Cloak and Dagger will come to the Battle Realm. Dude, for years I've been saying Cloak and Dagger need to come to the game. And as soon as Strikers came out, I was like, they need to be in a kit together. Like, they need to be in a kit together. Also, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Mr. Seth. How are you? How are you doing? It's a beautiful 2023. Hey, Jay Will. Oh, and Martin. I obviously didn't say hello. What's up, Martin? Martin T. But, yeah, I think the only one the Spider-Verse event just really has my interest. The Superior Kang for February, yeah, like, and what if, I don't know, like, it's so weird, like, what if February is, like, one character, like, in a trophy champ, like, I don't know, it'd be so strange. Yeah. And Superior Spider-Man could count as a villain as well. Like, he could be in the Sinister Lands. Okay, what do you guys think is more likely? Like,
22, the Spider-Verse was thrown into chaos when the Web of Fate.
The Web of Fate was destroyed by Spider's
Destiny
frame.
was destroyed.
The Web of Destiny
This
destroyed.
upcoming April, an unlikely duo
will
seek to make sense of the
seem to make sense.
growing civil war between Spider-Friend.
Yeah, I for sure think it's Sandman. Like 100%, I think it's Sandman. But it's just, who is he the unlikely duo with? like, oh my god, that could be Silk. That could be Spider-Man. Could be any Spider-Man. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, but Sandman, I for sure think it is. He's been on my State of the Battle map for years now because there's been a spider villain spot there for a while now. All right, man. It's almost 11:50, so if the map does not drop, then I don't know what we're gonna do. I'll end my stream and then I'll work on this video. I'll make my graphic, which to be honest, I could work on it now, but. To do. An iconic X-Men. Yeah, I think the iconic X-Men is gonna be Forge. I just got a feeling, and then Shatterstar makes sense to combine those, because that would combine the X-Force event and the Shatterstar, the Mojo Verse event. But how the hell it ties into Galactus, besides Forge being with the Ultimate Nullifier, I have no idea. Wow, it's gonna be so interesting. You know what we could do is like, how about we read the comments? Let's see what people in the comments have to say. I'm always curious. And we can go on the Reddit too. What about Quasar and Blue Marvel? So Blue Marvel lost the underdog vote, so he can't join the game. Can't join the game this year. Quasar, I think would be cool, but I think Quasar would be cool for the Marvels event. But I think we're gonna get Monica Rambeau, so probably not anytime soon. Unless Monica Rambeau comes with Quasar, then I think so. Ben Reilly would be cool, or 6-star Spider-Man. So I can confirm 6-star Spider-Man is not coming to the game because they said he will come to the game. A multiple limbed character will not come to the game until Spiral comes to the game. So Spiral's doesn't seem to be coming to the game, so we can kind of rule him out. Ben Reilly, I literally was talking to someone the other day. I was talking to Super Duper Boo about him coming to the game. He was in M-Rock, and I thought he was coming to the game, but it doesn't seem that way. And Spider Carnage lost. Spider Carnage would be cool as well. Actually, one of the Kabam designers really loved Spider Carnage, and we were talking about that. So my observation: Zemo, Absorbing-Man, Cassian, K Bishop, Vision, Adam, Mirage. Really, he thinks Mirage, so that's interesting. That's Lionheart. Okay, I know who that is. Thomas Johnson, he's on a lot of my videos. The mutants I hope to see are Polaris, Banshee, Sebastian Shaw. It's such a long list. Oh my goodness. Joe Costa, Blackjack, Madam Hydra, Lady Deathstrike. Lady Deathstrike I think is coming. Other random champs. Wonder what Act 8 is going to bring. We already know. That's going to be more corrupted Ouroboros champions. We have the Hulk, we have the Punisher, we have the Chrono Serpent himself, and then whatever other Ouroboros champ is coming. Hulk Citalis, yeah, exactly. Unit Man 2.0. So we got here, someone says Zorman Zemo, perfect. Nadia Van Dyne, stature. Interesting. Wait, what? So he's saying Nadia. Wait, what? He's saying Nadia. Wait, so why is he saying Nadia and Scott? Nadia and Cassie Lang are two different characters. And then Yellow Jacket, but with Hank Pym in it. Weird. K Bishop and Viv. Yep. Vish, even though that's not her name. Silk, Spider Noir. Okay, there's not 4 characters coming in April. Adam Warlock. I got nothing. Fair enough. At least you're being honest. Will we ever get Wish Crystals? I got nothing on that. I want more symbiotes. Hey, there is a symbiote coming to the game next year or this year, so I will be happy as long as Massacre is not nerfed. Why would Massacre being nerfed? I had an Imperial Guard Gladiator. He was on my predictions until I found out High Evolutionary was going to be in Guardians 3. It's also 11:52, by the way, and the map has not came out. Let me check Facebook just to make sure they didn't accidentally post it early on there. But it doesn't look like. I'm gonna wait until noon specifically, but doesn't seem like it. Later this year, can you add Echo and Red Wolf? Those are really two cool characters. But Echo's show isn't this year, right? It's next year. Including new Avengers, I would like to see Viv Vision be in the contest, maybe along with Kamala Khan rework. That would be pretty cool, I'll be honest, because she's in the Champions. I can't wait for the future contest. I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. I have to say something direct payment. I found out why I got banned. Apparently, they thought I was using unauthorized third-party software, even though I didn't use a third-party software, so I need someone to... I don't know if you get banned. How do you accidentally get banned from using a third-party software, but you say you didn't do it? I gotta say, buddy, I don't believe you. Add Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. Dude, Robbie Reyes almost joined the game. He almost joined the game, but Johnny Blaze beat him because they couldn't put a car in the game when Ghost Rider came out. I haven't seen any videos. Any hints on Mystique coming? Definitely not. For Spider-Verse, which is April, can we please add Iron Spider and Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes? I'm curious on why that connection is there. Iron Spider was in the Far From Home event, so interesting. Spider-Man Noir and Spider-Punk, some great choices there. Spider Noir coming. Flanker Richards is coming to stop Galactus. Also, he's not a mutant. Oh, is that why people were saying Franklin earlier? Yeah. By the way, guys, Franklin Richards is not a mutant. He 100% is not. They've confirmed that in the comics. I was hoping to see this video. Hey, there you go. I wish I talked with Rich more. I feel like me and Rich could have some cool conversations about the future of the game, but maybe one day. Add the Beyonder. Seeing what happened to Phoenix, Thanos, Kane, Kabam, Morons. Okay, buddy. But yeah, okay. Well, it is 5 minutes. Until then. But yeah, let's check out some other stuff. Okay. All right. The other than classic Gene, but I would like to see Banshee as well. Banshee would be interesting. It's 7-star magic. Maybe it is 7-star magic. Who knows? Yeah, it's funny that they all right. Yeah, I guess we can hang out for the next 4 minutes. Let me actually. I want to pop Photoshop open. See if I can really not expose myself. Let's open Photoshop up. Sorry, I have so many projects in the works. I don't want to spoil anything. Like that's like my main thing is like I don't want to spoil anything. Like just accidentally showing things on stream would gut me so much. Now where's my predictions? Elder's Language, source material. Where are my predictions? What the hell? Okay. So we're gonna try to save this as predictions. Oh, that's why. I put it in my state of the battle map things. Okay. Let me see something here. Alright. It's weird because like my thing was set up to show all 12 months and definitely not doing that right now. So let's do that. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. September. Wait. So. Okay. Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah, okay, cool. I think this is working right. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna show it on screen in a second. I'm just making sure I get this right. Let's see here. Still, it's noon and nothing on that. But what I want to do. So he said
Time.
also cool that they have that the ISO spear right there. Quest designer Max Arnold. Bam Max. Quantumania. So Stinger, Viv Prime. Let's do. Do that. Thank you for the subscription, man. Appreciate it. Let's do that. Forge, and then we said Shatterstar. So let me do this. Shatterstar Marvel. It's a cool image of Shatterstar. Shatterstar is really cool. He's got one cool photo that I like to use. Not Rob Liefeld art. I don't think I have a choice, actually. Damn, I really don't? Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. I found a good one. It's still not Rob Liefeld, but best I can do right now. Okay. Here is kind of what I got going on. Took me a bit to make sure I don't spoil anything, but this is kind of what I got going on. So, yeah, and no map drop. So, I hope it comes out at 8 p.m. tonight. But if it doesn't, it's been the last one came out in April. They usually it's weird because last 2 years one has dropped January 1st. One has either dropped 2 months prior or 4 months after, and it's been 8 months since the last one. So it's got to be sometime this month. I assume this week. Why is that April one not working? But yeah, this is what we got going on. So Absorbing Man, Zemo, Stinger, Superior Kang, Kate Bishop, Viv Prime, Lizard, Sandman, Adam Warlock, High Evolutionary, Forge, and Shatterstar. And that's what we got going on for the 6 month predictions. And I think that's kind of it. Obviously, no more Spider-Mans. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because they did tease Lizard and Sandman. Sandman could be coming to the game for sure, but it's whether or not Lizard comes to the game is I'm still conflicted on. Is like that could be Silk, or it could be Superior Spider-Man. So definitely debatable. Lizard and Sandman, these are just my previous ones on my previous predictions. I'm conflicted on updating them. Like I'm really conflicted. Let me find pictures of Superior King real quick. I definitely have one somewhere, I just don't know where. And then we still have Laverian Guillotine. We still have the Wolverine, the Shogun Logan event. We still have the Marvel's Tool event. So plenty of stuff to work around. Where is Superior King? There he is. He's kind of like he's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I don't really have another good option. Dude, why is this not working? That's not what I want to do, buddy. Dude, come on. And then we gotta find a good video of Kate Bishop. Yeah, it's funny because I have no clue where the hell she fits on the map. In fact, she wasn't on my predictions because it was so hard to put her on the map. Let me tell you that. I hate that Google Chrome changed their download things. It's like one of the most annoying things ever. Kate Bishop. Damn. Okay. There we go. Alright, I'll probably move her around a bit. Yeah, that works. That works. But I think that's what we got going on. Like, don't know if we have any disagreements or anything. I think February is just we don't really know. I think Superior King kind of makes sense. I don't know if there's anyone on the map that really fits anything else. Yeah, it's really confusing. Lizard and Sandman, like I said, could be Silk and Sandman, could be that, but we have 2 Spider-Man villains on the map. We have one 2099 character and one ISO Mafia member, and I don't know if that would play into a Spider-Man event. So there still is a chance for Silk to come to the game, but everyone else I'm pretty set on. Now I need to say 2023 quarter. Should I say quarter 1 and 2 champion predictions? I think that seems about right. Cool. All right, we'll export this right now, and I think that's gonna end the stream. I want to thank everyone for coming by. We had 324 total views. 20 concurrent viewers is insane. I mean, you guys are amazing. Oh, I'm also an idiot. Wow, I really didn't show what I was working on. I meant to put my screen back, but this is what I was working on. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's kind of what I was working on. Like I said, I feel a little bit weird about the Speeder Kang one, to be honest. There's not much I can really do or think about, really, like to fit that anywhere else. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. So I want to appreciate you guys all for coming by. It's been a cool live stream. We streamed for like an hour and a half, 2 hours actually. And yeah, I'm gonna go eat lunch. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if the Battle Royale map drops tonight, we'll do a live thing. So, but yeah, thanks so much for watching. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day and Happy New Year's. It's a great